Hello, Springer here. Right, the gazebo's up because I need to do some work on the Escort cooling system. So we'll get the car in and we'll start having a look. Okay, car is in, and my first task is to take this thermostat housing off, take out the, can't see it, thermostatic switch under here, put that in there and put this thermostat housing on with its new thermostat, circlip, gasket, etc, etc, and get all that flush out of the cooling system, fill it up with some nice antifreeze and deionized water. See you in a bit. Okay, thermostat housing's off. I need to take this little beastie out and stick it in there on the one that's going back on it. Okay, there she goes. Unfortunately, I don't have a 29mm socket or spanner, but the 30 was just enough to crack it. So this one I know works. The other one's got different connectors on it, so I've got to put this one into my revamped jobby. Okay, just for fun, I've got PTFE tape, clear silicone and a new fibre washer on that, so hopefully that should seal when I get it in. Right, that's in. It was a little bit scary because this thermostat housing appears to be the last one left in Britain, or the last one that anybody wants to sell anyway. So well, I didn't buy it, it come off of my spare engine, so good shit all round. I'm just flushing out flushing out the flush. Got the bottom hose off, top hose off, cap off of there, thermostat housing off. So I'm just going around all the various pipes and moving the hose around, giving it all a good flush through. After the flush that I put in, it's picked up all the debris and it seems to be working. It's all running clear now. Right, thermostat housing's in place. These are 3 retaining bolts. Well, you can't see them. There's 3 anyway. 10 Newton meters. My torque wrench only goes down to 19 Newton meters, and then I've wound it off to clicked it back to what should be 10. To be honest, just hand tight on the ratchet on a little 3/8 drive ratchet with my hand like that, it's tight and I'm already clicking past 10 Newton meters, so with the gasket and loads of sealant I'm sure that's going to be fine. And now I just need to connect up the thermal transmitter, this hose, that hose, and plug in the thermostatic switch, which I've replaced. Alrighty, we're all back on, everything's back in place. The bottom plug, the rad, bottom hose, that was an absolute git to get on. Before I fill it and start it so that it can vent, burp, whatever you want to call it, as I'm filling it from there, I'm going to do the top gasket on the carb because it's knackered. That one there is the fuel pump gasket spacer, which I'm going to do as well. distributor, I've got the seal for that, that's leaking. I've actually got another distributor off of my other engine, but it's a different one with the 2 bolt mounting. This one's a 3 bolt mounting. You can get a conversion plate, but this one seems to be working. But the other distributor's got a nice brand new set of unused silicone leads on it, so I'll swap them anyway, just for the sake of it. I won't film this gasket bit. This was more about the cooling system, but if I get that on and sorted, and then I'll fire it up, and hopefully I'll be back and the cooling system will all be back to how it should be. Wish me luck. Right, changed my mind. The car starts and runs as it is. Everything else is to do on it, so I figured let's not mess about with all this stuff yet. Let's get the cooling system sorted. We'll get it running, get all the coolant in, get it all burped, vented, whatever you want to call it, bled, and then when I know that's all sorted and the thermostat's working and the heater is all circulating, then we can call this one closed, and also obviously check for any leaks. And then I shall move on to carburetor, separate video, and all the other stuff I've got to do on it, but I'll talk to you about that later. Okay, she's running. This is the stuff I put in her. This is concentrated. It takes about 7 litres altogether. There's supposed to be roughly 50-50 of this. Sorry, 50% of this with 50% deionised water, which luckily I'll get from work. So I've just chucked 3.5 litres in. I'm just waiting for the thermostat to open so that it can get round the rest of the system, and then I'll top it up with the deionised stuff. She fired up first time, still a little bit rough, but I need to do this, the gasket underneath here, and lots of other bits and pieces. Okie dokie, I'm going to call that done for the cooling system. Red hot heaters, there's no leaks in the engine bay, all seems to be doing what it should do. Next thing I need to do is the carb. Thanks for watching, see you later. I've been Springy.